This is one of the two big rock formations that are located on our property. When I brought my family here in 1993, we were all just amazed that this was privately owned. The next year I had a serious climbing accident. I had to use braces on my legs, but the accident changed my perspective. I needed to be at home with my family and not working 60 hours a week at the law firm. The property came on the market, and I saw it as an opportunity to create maybe a climbers resort of some kind that would allow us to relocate to West Virginia.
Unnerving.
Yeah, it can be. But you always have the cable.
I see.
You're traversing on ledges.
Right, okay. So you really are climbing.
Well, now we want people to be scared. Scared means you're careful.
Just 2 weeks after we went to settlement on the property was when my 8-year-old son died of a rare heart ailment. I went to wake him up, and he was gone.
People used to say to me, well, it was God's will that, Pearson died. And I said, no, I think God's heart was as broken as mine.
As time went by, I wanted to create a preserve that would be a memorial to my father and my son.
Coming out here and building the cabins and then building the Via Ferrata was his way of coping with his grief.
Via Ferratas are basically an alternative type of safety system for climbing.
All right, who goes first? Brian.
Via Ferrata is designed for non-climbers. It uses a fixed cable that the climbers are clipped to. It uses steel rungs where they're needed to keep the climbing relatively easy. It's a real full mind and body workout. The first Via Ferrata in the United States was built in 2001 in Kentucky. I went and visited it, and I emailed my climbing buddies and told them that we're going to build a Via Ferrata.
I made it!
I laid it out in my mind as I drove back from Kentucky. What's the status of the party of 5?
Yeah, I can just see him coming through the notch now, and I expect to see him here in a few minutes.
I would require a 200-foot long swinging bridge that would be over 150 feet in the air.
Sometimes I get to be the lifeguard at the swinging bridge.
Oh my God.
People's reactions are always different.
Come on, man. You gotta keep going.
Kind of scary a little bit at first, but after a while you really get used to it and you don't even feel like you're 200, 300 feet in the air.
Life is like a Via Ferrata. You don't need any experience to, push yourself and challenge yourself and get through it.
To see people overcome their fears, well, we all have to do that.
I spent a lot of time alone up on the mountain, and that really helped me through the grief that I was going through. It affects me very deeply. I feel some connectedness with the world and the incredible nature of life on this planet.
It became a healing place for us. You want to create something beautiful to counteract the grief, and basically that's what we did here.
It's tremendously rewarding. People come down grinning ear to ear.
Amazing. It's amazing that we got to the bridge, let alone this high.
My favorite part was probably going through the gap. That was also the hardest part.
I didn't think I could do this thing, but it's definitely amazing what you can do as long as you just take it one step at a time,
I miss climbing, but that time for me is past now. Losing a child is a blow you can never really recover from. But in time, it's not something that is on your mind, 24 hours a day like it is for a long, long time after it happens. When he comes to mind, sometimes it can be as painful as the day he died. But other times, I can think about Pearson with joy, and I can be truly grateful that we had him for the time that we did, and feel very much at peace with that.